Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's the end of the work week for most of us. The weekend is right around the corner. It's a beautiful day today here in San Diego, and I hope you are having an amazing day. This is In the Raw, unpracticed, unedited, unscripted conversation. And Napoleon Bonaparte once said, "Nothing is more difficult and therefore more precious than to be able to decide." And that is so true. I mean, we're all faced with making decisions, and the truth is that we make decisions every day. Like, what am I going to wear today? That's a decision that can be a difficult one, but not necessarily. What am I going to eat? What am I doing today? You know, which way am I going to work today? Which route am I going to take? We're making decisions constantly every day in our everyday life, and most of them are small decisions. They're not as consequential, but then we also have decisions that are more difficult and will have consequences, whether good or bad, and it will affect our future, and so we are all faced with decisions that are difficult at one point in our life, and I know I've had my share, and I'm sure you have too. And this reminds me of King Solomon in the Bible. And King Solomon was going into battle, and he couldn't go into battle. He couldn't start and send his men to the battle before offering a sacrifice to God. But the only one that could offer a sacrifice was the priest. And in this case, it would have been Samuel. And Samuel wasn't there. He hadn't arrived. And he was pressed for time. King Solomon needed to do this because the enemy was approaching, and they needed to start their battle, and he needed to sacrifice, but he had to wait for Samuel, and Samuel was nowhere in sight. And so what King Saul did, I hope I didn't say Solomon to begin. King Saul, what he did was he took matters into his own hands, and he decided to make the sacrifice himself, to offer the sacrifice himself, and not wait for the priest. And that, brought consequences, because he decided on his own, and, forgot that, God's in control. God knows what he's doing. And if you're trusting in God, then you need to make sure that your decisions are aligned to God's purposes. And, that is so true in our lives right now. When we make those decisions that are difficult, some decisions that we need to make in our lives that will have consequences. Should I purchase this house or not? Or should we, what church should I go to? Or, where should I invest for my retirement? Decisions that are important decisions. Who should I marry? I mean, that's one of the most important ones, right? If you're not married, who should I marry? When we're making those decisions, we need to always remember that God is in control. If we've given our lives to Him, and we've allowed Him to control our lives, or to help us or guide us through our lives. I think control is not the right word, but help Him guide us through our lives. Then we need to consult Him with our decisions. And I think that's a good practice. We need to consult Him. I don't think King Saul did that. He just said, okay, the enemy's coming. We're getting desperate. Let's go ahead and offer the sacrifice, and not wait for the priest to do that. And it brought grave consequences in battle for him. And, we sometimes get desperate, and we make decisions, on the fly. And sometimes those are not the best decisions. We need to step back, think about it, pray about it, and let God help us and guide us through making those decisions that we need to make, And when we do that, it's always going to be okay. Even if it doesn't look right, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it doesn't seem like that's the right decision. But when you let God guide you through these, and how do you know that God is guiding you? When you feel at peace, when you feel peace that you're making the choice, even though you're kind of thinking maybe I shouldn't, but when you feel peace, when that peace comes over you, and you know that everything's going to be okay, then you know that God's involved. So next time you have a decision to make, a tough decision, don't jump into it. Don't go by your emotions. Remember, God is in control. God, He said that He will put you through everything that you need to do, and God will always allow that everything will work out for the best in your life. All right, so this is it. I hope you have a great rest of the day and you have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.